Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Tavern Watch Plays. This week, we're playing Brindlewood Bay, a cozy little murder mystery in which our cute old lady detectives solve murders in a quaint small town that is definitely not suspicious or weird in any way at all whatsoever. I'm going to start by asking our players to introduce themselves and their characters. Let's start with you, Joan. Who are you playing?
I'm playing Louisa Margrove, a gardening enthusiast who likes outdoors type stuff.
Okay, and Matt, who are you playing today?
I'm playing Ludmilla Porokova Gordon. Technically, her maiden name is Shumway. No, other way around, sorry. Married name is Shumway. She is formerly a Soviet weightlifter who moved to the United States when she couldn't participate in the Olympics. Ended up marrying a nice accountant and working as a nurse for 30 years before retiring, and now she just loves cats. Has many cats. Likes to wears what looks like a fur coat at first, and then you realize it's actually a fur coat made from a bear. So it's like a spirit hood, but with an actual bear head on it. And she's quite large even for an old lady, but she still has the spirit of a little old lady in that she interferes with everything and doesn't care.
Okay, so Mitch, who are you playing?
I am playing Bordy, and a little bit about Bordy. She just kind of loves to collect things, so I'm a little bit of a wanderer. I stick with the the other mavens here, but I also kind of make sure I don't want to miss the small details, because you never know when a little object might come in handy.
Mm-hmm. And Mitch, why don't you give us a recap of what happened last episode?
Sure. All of us mavens came here to kind of retire. Honestly, a little seaside village, looking to relax. We're part of the Murder Mavens book club.
Murder Mavens Mystery Book Club. Yeah.
Mystery book. Yes, thank you. So we loved reading about mysteries and getting together and talking about it. But we also happened to stumble into a murder mystery at one point when Ludmilla went to take her cats to the vet and stumbled upon a very dead, very smushed veterinarian Rip. And so, we sprang into action there. We did a little investigating, we did a little bit of talking, and we solved that crime. And so, we're a little bit of mini local celebs right now. And that's, kind of the backstory there. So we fast forward a little bit to last session where we're at a fundraising event at the, Whaling Museum. Doing our little bit of just kind of schmoozing, poking around, seeing what's going on. And we kind of found some little clues cluing us into why there are, a couple murders in this town. We stumbled upon one. Apparently it's just kind of a thing that happens here. So we are, trying to figure out what's going on there. And wouldn't you know it, we stumbled into our own murder mystery again, because as we were exploring some of this fine whale decor, we heard a scream, and someone pronounced that their cousin had been murdered.
Very suspicious. So yes, we come into this as our group, our murder mavens, have been schmoozing at the museum fundraiser, and a scream cut through the air as someone said, my cousin has been murdered. You were off in a side room you were examining some drawings, and the museum had been clearing out as the fundraiser wrapped up, but you do hear kind of hubbub from the lobby area.
Okay, let's go see what's going on in the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and find ourselves a corpse.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Yeah.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's not get copyright.
So in the lobby, you see a red-headed woman whom you'd spotted her in the crowd before, but you hadn't talked to her. Just crying into Catherine's shoulder, and Catherine is kind of like, I don't know what to do with this. Whereas George Pollard, the museum owner, is kind of patting his forehead with a handkerchief, his accidentally sort of disrupting the comb over of his hair. someone must. He's just in the door to one of the other exhibit halls, looking in. Someone must call the police. Everyone, stay calm. We're going to get the. I'm sure this is fine. I'm sure it's just an accident. Certainly, nothing. And as he's saying this, the woman with Catherine says, "Accident. My cousin has been murdered." There. We'll figure this out, young lady.
Catherine is the person who was the curator?
Catherine is the curator of the museum.
And she's the one who's saying your cousin's been murdered?
No, she is sort of, there's a young woman with her who is kind of crying into her shoulder, and Catherine looks a little befuddled as to why she is the person, why someone is crying on her good shirt.
Do we see the murder victim?
So where is this cousin?
So tell me which direction y'all are going. Are you going for people, or are you going for a possible murder victim?
Murder victim.
Okay, are all of you stick?
I feel like the easiest way to find out where the murder victim is to walk up to them and go, "Who's been murdered? Where? What are you talking about?" I will do that in my usual, emotionally sensitive way. Who died? Where are the? You said someone was dead. Where are they?
This woman is. She's got short red hair. She looks really familiar. Her eyes are red. She's wiping tears. It's my cousin. My cousin has been volunteering here, and now he's. She points to the scrimshaw exhibit. I don't.
He's in there?
I'll go to the exhibit room.
I will pat her very gently on her shoulder. They're there.
She just kind of stares up at you and confused. He was just. We were just talking earlier, and.
What is his name?
Edgar.
Oh, my character knew who Edgar is.
Edgar. Yes, Edgar. Edgar. Oh my gosh, I am so bad at names, you guys. Nickerson.
He was the oceanologist.
Yes, he was a graduate student who was studying here for the summer. So you, I assume, are all walking into the scrimshaw exhibit, which cases all over the wall, towering up with full of little scrimshaw and carvings and little this and that's of sailing life. And in the middle of the exhibit, you see Edgar lying in a pool of blood with a harpoon sticking out of his side.
Well, time to check for a pulse, first of all.
Okay, you check
I was
for
a nurse.
pulse.
I could look.
No, yeah, let's use our skills here. So go and have a look at the body. Go check for the pulse. Give me a roll on a meddling move, which is searching for a clue.
Okay, so it's 2d6 plus something.
2d6. I'm going to say add reason.
Okay, 4 and 4 is 8 plus 1 is.
So a 9 is definitely a success. So Edgar is very dead. Edgar is. I mean, we're not.
I look at Louisa and just kind of give the head shake of nope. I don't yell out, "Oh, he's stone dead." I just look at her and go, "This is definitely not a living person."
Louisa's kind of eyes wide, like, we were just talking to this guy. What the heck?
It would take I'm gonna is this person like laying on the ground with a harpoon sticking out of them? Are they impaled on the harpoon? So somebody threw this harpoon or shot it at them or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not easy to do.
Are there any harpoons missing from the exhibits in this room?
There was a harpoon display, but I don't remember what room it was in.
Mm-hmm.
Give me another meddling move to go look and see if there's a harpoon missing from a display somewhere here. I'm gonna say this is again a 2d6 plus reason.
That's 14.
14. That's insane. Okay. So you've been to the museum before. You're sure there's some harpoons on display. You go and you look at the harpoon display, and You can tell there are 2 harpoons in mounted on the wall, but there was a third one here that is gone.
I need to go make a cat
You-
quiet. One sec.
I would
And
like
be-
to.
one more thing there, but before we move on, because you rolled over a 12, you will find an additional void clue. The void clue in this case, I'm actually going to say that Ludmilla has found it while looking at the body. Ludmilla, you're examining this harpoon, and you see where the harpoon has lodged into the body. There is something else there.
Okay. I can see what it is. I can't see what it is.
You kind of peer at it, and it looks like a scrimshaw bone has been jabbed into his side.
Okay, I don't want to yell that out loud or anything. So I'm gonna stand up, sort of like sidle over, yes, to 40 because Louisa is currently indisposed. Do you see that where the harpoon is? There's like a piece of something there. Do you see that?
A piece? Is that a scrimshaw? I immediately look up, perk up when I see. Oh, it might even piece of bone, scrimshaw, something. And I turn my head toward wherever I had seen the one with the mask. I would like to go. If I see something immediately when I look in that direction, I will go investigate. Otherwise, I will probably still go close to investigate. See if my coin's still there.
Your coin is still there, but someone has jimmied open the case, and the scrimshaw you'd been looking at before is gone.
The whole thing's gone?
This one particular scrimshaw you'd been looking at. The case is still there, but you can tell someone's forced it open and gotten inside to take this.
So I guess relative to what's stuck in the person, is it is a small fraction of it stuck inside Edgar Wynn, or
the whole thing is gone, but I'm going to say it wasn't huge. It was a small piece of bone. So it's not like a giant tusk or anything like that. It's like a little fragment of bone with a little carving on it, maybe just a couple of inches long.
Okay, and the thing that was, we just found, the void clue was not the full length of the thing that the scrimshaw I saw, though, or was it?
I'm going to say the scrimshaw you saw was actually very small. Like, some of them are large, some of them are small. And the one you saw with the mask on it, which is now missing, was a smaller scrimshaw. I think I'm making sense there.
Yes. Okay. I will at this point kind of go back to Ludmilla and Louisa and kind of explain what I saw earlier, and I will also compare it to whatever. Now I'm going to try to get a closer look at the fragment that's stuck inside, near the harpoon.
Okay. Are you in fact poking at the body to pull this out?
I'm gonna try and back up and take up as much space as I can.
Okay.
I'm very hard to see around.
Okay.
Because if someone's going to be poking at the body, I want to keep people from seeing them do it. I know there's probably cameras, but
and the crowd over there is kind of there's attempts to keep everyone calm. It seems to be the primary thing that's going on in the next room over. I'm going to say you are going to make a day move, which is something you do when you're doing something risky. Which is, again, that's going to be another, it's 2d6. Every roll is 2d6. And give me 2d6 with composure, because you are poking your hand in a bloody wound.
Okay, I'm triple checking. What did
I
give myself presence. Okay.
I am going to ask one more thing. What are you afraid might happen if you fail to do this, or if you lose your nerve trying to?
I am sorry. I am really worried that if I make one wrong move, just a lot of blood is gonna splurt out, and just one or two, but a lot of blood, and it's gonna be kind of hard to hide that. I'm worried that it's really.
And you're also so fashionably dressed. So, I mean, yes, that's definitely something to worry about. So, yes, give me a roll.
Okay, one of these dice is tiny because it's a tiny. 4 and 4 plus you said composure 1, so 9.
Yes. 9 is a success. So you I mean, you're used to digging around and collecting little baubles and finding treasures on the seashore. This is kind of like this. You just keep telling yourself it's kind of like that. This is just the same. It's just imagine you're digging for shells in this definitely seawater, not this totally fine. You poke at the wound. It's squishy. But you get in with your little hands and pluck out this bit of bone, this tiny bit of white whalebone that has a little etched drawing of a mask on it that is now blood dripping down it. The little grooves that were carved are now dark with blood.
I'm gonna pocket it.
Okay. I am going to say that you do manage to successfully pocket it without ruining your clothes, but you do have some blood on your hands.
Look, if anyone asks, I knew Edwin. I wasn't in this room.
Maybe get his name correct if you need to tell people you knew him.
We go way back. It's fine. I knew Edwin. I was not in this room when he died, and his cousin, she was convinced he was murdered. So I think that's kind of tacit approval to investigate the body, like if anyone asks. But I don't think.
So you were in here doing this. You hear a voice from the lobby. Calm down. This is not a voice of any of the guests. Calm down, everyone. I'm going to need to talk to all of you. Just remain calm and do not mess with the crime scene. All of you, stay here in the lobby. It's going to be.
When they come in and they're already in the crime scene.
Yeah. So, you do know this person. This is Sam Cooper, a sheriff's deputy. And she's not looking very happy about this. She's not looking very happy about it at all. And, you three, have you already? Really? You're doing this again?
I was just trying to determine if he was alive so we could give him medical care. Which could not just.
I figured out where the harpoon came from.
Yeah, just trying to figure out if they were alive is what you did last time with the veterinarian. And
should I not do that? I find an injured person, I should just leave them there.
Okay, yes, yeah, you should not leave. You should always try to help an injured person. Yes, of course, ma'am. But
you look
I have to, give me a meddling move with presence, as you say that.
Well, that's a 2 and a 4, so that's a 6, and I don't have any bonus.
So a 6 is a failure, but since this is our first, I think this may be our first failed roll. We haven't done a lot of rolls. One thing you can do is you can put on a crown. In this game, there are a couple of different kinds of crowns, and basically putting one on can turn a roll into like the next level up. So it can turn a failure into a success into like an extreme success, that sort of thing. Matt, if you would like to put on a crown, there's the crown of the queen and the crown of the void that you could use to make this roll a success. It's up to you as to whether you think it's important enough or interesting enough to do that. And when you put on these crowns, you would just, each one has a different kind of thing where it's like, okay, how would this memory or thing kind of inspire you or help you fulfill the things that's going to do? You're going to kind of go, you kind of give a little flashback scene or scene of how something has helped you here, if that makes sense.
I'm going to try a flashback showing how you were an imperfect mother, and it flashes back to me in a hospital actually wearing, the horrible little paper gown that they make you wear. And my husband was holding my hand, and we were finding out that I would not have children, that I could not. And of course, I was very sad, and you could tell I was very sad because I said, oh, and didn't say anything else. And then it cuts to the first cat that I got, which was like a little sick cat that was outside our house, kind of living feral in the trellis, and how I brought the cat in and told it that I would take care of it. And that was, how it started with all the cats. And then to me, the way I felt in that room, the way I felt like a failure has always pushed me to never fail again, to not do that again. So I'm sincere when I say she seems tense. I am trying to help her. I do not want her to be tense and irritable and upset, because I've been that in my life and it has never worked. Whereas, if you just hold a kitten and you pet it for a little while and it'll like butts you with its head, you'll feel better. Maybe I should hand her the cat. Yeah, Balthazar like kind of comes out because stuff is happening, and I'll basically go here.
Hello, Balthazar.
He goes, and he's whacking her with his head. Like he isn't just he's doing it pretty hard, not hard enough to hurt her, but significant. Like whoa, he's very excited about this.
She's trying to pet him and calm him down.
Yeah, he starts immediately kneading into her. And of course, the claws are going in, so it's a little uncomfortable. But he's not doing it to hurt her.
No, she's wearing her deputy's uniform. She has like a jacket on. It's probably fine. Oh, okay, little guy. Okay, yeah. You just well, it was my day off. This is my only day off in the past 3 weeks, and
I'm sorry. I would not want to have to take my day off and then come in here and see dead men. No, it's bad. But you will solve.
Yes,
you will
he
solve
does.
this. You will figure it out. I believe in you.
Thank you, ma'am. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate your help. I do appreciate it. She just, that's kind of like she just stops for a minute. Like this is such a not the thread that she was thinking about. All of this. So you hand it to her, and she does kind of automatically.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like a handoff.
It's a trade. It's a trade.
I grab the cat back,
and she takes the candy and sucks on it. So this does not look,
No, it's very bad. Someone harpooned him. He is not alive.
I've never had a murder victim that was harpooned, so this is a first that I did not really want. So you're here. You tell me who is this kid? Do you know who this is?
I know his name is Edgar Nicholson because he was telling us about a boat that was a very old boat that apparently there was a whale that had tentacles. He was talking about it, and we listened because don't want to be rude to the man. He seems very invested in what he's doing. And then he left to go do something else. Louisa, you work here sometimes. You knew more about him?
Yeah, he's a graduate student. He was volunteering. He said he had to do something, and then he rushed out in a bit of a hurry. And that was the last time we saw him.
So Sam has pulled out a notebook and is taking some notes.
Apparently the little redhead girl out there is his cousin. She said she screamed something, and we came running because, someone's screaming. You want to help. And she said her cousin had been murdered, and we were like, what are you talking about? And she pointed this way, so we came in to see if he was okay. And he was not.
Yes, well, definitely not. I've asked everyone to stay here so that I can question them and hopefully figure something out. This is not an everyday kind of crime. No, I thought I was coming here to live in a small town and it would be quiet and there would not be murders every couple of weeks.
Do you know anyone who might have been, strong enough to harpoon someone?
Are you talking to Sam?
To the sheriff.
The deputy. I haven't interviewed everyone yet, but this does not seem like a group of, we've got our, yes, this is not a brawny group of people. We've got some a couple of interns. We've got Miss Burko, the curator. We've got Mr. Absalom, who is he
Man
does
with
not
money.
appear. Yes, that's a good way to put it. Yes. The museum owner, he is very nervous, but he does not look like he has the throwing arm for a harpoon. It could be a stabbing kind of thing. Uh, we do have a gentleman outside who's making a bit of a fuss with one of the other officers. I haven't figured that one out yet. So yes, we don't. I don't have anyone that looks like, oh, that's the murderer. I do not have that. But this does not look like an accident. So we're gonna keep everyone here. We're gonna question everybody, and gosh, I hope we can figure something out and go home and not have another murder this week. That'd be a great day.
It's true. I wonder.
Like when you say, "Oh, go for it."
I'm actually gonna wait. I'm gonna kind of move back a little bit and let her take over the crime scene and just kind of not leave because you don't leave, but move back and just towards Louisa and you, so I can talk to you guys without necessarily being overheard. Was man here? I remember when I was looking for cats. By the way, many cats on boats. Was very happy to find. There was a man here who was apparently a teacher at the community college, a maritime history teacher. You said the boy, was he a part-time at the community college, or did I mishear?
He's a graduate student, and he's down here studying for the summer for some, extracurricular stuff, volunteering at the museum, studying at the community college, which has a very well-renowned maritime history program.
Perhaps he knew this young man, this professor. He did not like me very much. He was very much not interested in what I was saying. I asked if they had any real books, and he pointed out when the book I was looking at with the cats was a real book and not a reproduction. But he did not seem particularly interested in my opinions, so I left him alone.
Liz, this is a question for you. Do we know anything about the other murders that have been happening in the town? Like, how much do we know about those?
I would say I keep joking about how a lot of murders, but it's statistically in a lot of murders, but it's not like there's a murder every other day.
Yeah, it's like if you had nickel for every time someone was murdered, you'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot.
Yeah, that's
still weird that it happened
when
twice.
when the deputy was there,
because it was just a couple of weeks ago that there was this accident with the veterinarian, and it's like, now she's back and you're here, and let's just it's not like there's
this be a thing.
Yeah.
We don't want this to be a thing. We don't want this to be a weekly TV show.
It's, if you've watched Murder, She Wrote, every episode in the small town of Cabot Cove, someone dies terribly. And
yeah, it's like Father Brown. I watched Father Brown and
That's what I thought was happening here, especially when the one person said, like, I don't want another murder this week. I wasn't sure if that was literal.
It's literal only in the only in the sense that, okay, you actually did have a murder a couple weeks ago with and of course you 3 were right there too.
It does look a little suspicious, huh?
Particularly with your bloody hands, but it's probably fine.
I knew the victim, so it's okay. At this point, then, I guess, I would kind of mumble to Ludmilla and Louisa, like, should we try to, work together, with the deputy on this, or do you wanna see what we can find on our own? Because I think I already found something, and I kind of pulled the thing out of my pocket a little bit. Just a hair, and then I put it back in. And I'm like, I think the experience the other night.
Let her do her police work, and we will do what we do. There's no reason to bother her unless we actually find something.
Okay, I'm down for that. And by find something, you mean solve it.
Well, at least find if we find another body and this body has got a harpoon gun, there are reasons to break in besides actually solving everything.
Good point. I don't think we should be the first people to tell her about a dead body and also be around that body at the same time, because that would make 3, and that'd be a little suspicious for us.
Fair enough.
But I'm down for let's just casually walk away.
casually walk away. Are you Brody? No, I keep saying that wrong. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Bordy?
I'm doing names wrong
I can't.
intentionally, so
Well,
it works.
it's like my brain wants to say Birdie or Brody, and it's like shoved in between those two things, and I keep going back and forth and hitting the wrong one. Bordy. Are you doing anything about your bloody hands?
Is there a drinking fountain in this room?
I will say sure. There's a drinking fountain.
Well,
Just
then
maybe just around the corner from the exhibit.
as I'm totally casually making my way out of I'm gonna lean over to have a drink of water, and as I'm pretending to drink the water and maybe drinking the water for real, I'm gonna wash my hand off that way.
Okay. I will say that yes, you managed to do this. It's not a huge problem. You didn't. Yeah. We'll say that works, and move on. Are you going back out into the lobby, or what is everyone doing?
I mean, we should
I would
probably
like to
at
go
least,
out.
yeah, we should probably look around to see who else is still here. Did anybody leave? I know that she said that they were keeping people here, so.
I want to go back to the cousin, and it doesn't have to be at the same time. We can do it all together, but I would like to go back to the cousin and see why she was so convinced it was murder. Outside of, if
she saw the body,
I guess
probably that.
You know, I guess it is pretty obvious that it's murder, but does she? I guess if she has any, do we know? Did we ask her about that at all? If she had any,
You
leads,
haven't.
or-
You have not really talked to her except for that brief conversation with Ludmilla,
Okay.
asking.
I didn't think so, and that's what I would like to do now. Now that I have confirmed it's a murder, and it's my good friend Edwin.
Yes, that's going to go over awesome. So, this young woman has calmed down a little bit, and are all of you going to do this together?
I can take point, maybe.
That's a good idea.
Sorry, what did you say we were doing?
Talking to the victim's cousin.
Okay. So yes, you go out there. She's still with Catherine. They found there's like a couple of folding chairs on the side that have been pulled out, and this woman is sitting down. She has red hair, and she's nicely dressed. Everyone here is pretty nicely dressed. Kind of she looks really familiar because actually she looks quite a lot like Edgar, her cousin. She does seem to be calmed down a little. She's holding a glass of water and just kind of has one of those sort of 10,000-yard stares out into nothingness.
So has she already talked to the deputy, or are we in line to talk to her?
So the deputy still is looking at the body, is where you left the deputy. So you do not know if the deputy talked to her on the way in.
All right, but she's not in here right now.
She's not in here right now.
We're
no.
asking questions. Okay.
She is not.
So yeah, what I want to ask her is like how long it had been since she last saw. Like, try to get the timeline of when she last saw Edgar, and then when we talked to Edgar, and then when she went in and found him like that.
Okay, so you go and introduce yourself, I assume, and her name is Audrey Nickerson. She's very distraught. I saw him earlier, but he's been so busy doing things around the exhibit, I suppose. I saw him maybe an hour after this started, and we talked a little bit, and then he had to rush off to whatever he's been doing. I'm not. We were.
That's what he told us too. That he had somewhere urgent to be. You didn't have like an appointment to meet him in that room.
No, I didn't. We had
just happened to go look for him.
Well, I hadn't seen him in some time. I wasn't sure where he'd gotten off to, and with everything calming down, I figured he would be out here, but he isn't. We were going to go for a walk on the beach. He's been off at university, and we haven't done that in a long time, but we used to walk on the beach, and we were so alike, we would hear we could hear the whales singing beneath the waves. No one else said they could, but Edgar and I, we always could. And now, I guess.
Has he been talking to anyone strange lately, or angry at anyone?
Not that I know of. I mean, he's been in town for a couple of weeks to study at the university, to study at the community college and at the museum. But no, how could anyone? No one could dislike Edgar.
Well, I mean,
he's just.
it's not that unusual a question to ask when you find someone dead. Like, you need to figure out someone who would do it, and being upset with someone is a much bigger motivation. We're not trying to impugn him or you.
Would you see anything else on your walks on the beach? Was there anything else that you heard or saw? I mean, seeing, something or hearing something like whale sounds that no one else says they can hear, or seeing something like the, brightness of the sun or moon blot out before your eyes. Things happen on beaches. So did anything happen outside of the whale sound?
I mean, usually we would just go and collect shells. There are so many interesting shiny things you can find.
Oh my gosh, yes, there are so many interesting shiny things you can find in the sand.
But it was always the whale song that drew us there, I think. I don't know if everyone jokes with us that they can't hear it or not. I've wondered sometimes if maybe it's a big joke that everyone just says they can't hear it. But if you go out to the beach and you stare at the ocean, you can feel the whales singing. You can just feel it, feel their presence out there. Sorrowful songs beneath the waves. I'm sorry, I don't know anyone who would have wanted to hurt my cousin. I can't imagine.
It sounds like he didn't deserve it, but we'll let you know when we finish this investigation.
Thank
Let you know if he deserved it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
We'll come back and let you know. Maybe he was bad.
Well, Audrey is a little traumatized. She didn't pick that up, so you're fine.
We will let you know if we find out anything.
Thank you. She's just clutching this glass of water she's holding with both hands, like hanging on to something here because this was not the day she expected to have.
I'm going to go back over to that original display with the books,
and
specifically to the one that I was told was an authentic book, because there was a reverse on. Is it still there?
It is.
Okay, I'm going to start, if I think I can get away with it, I'm going to start turning pages gingerly to see if there's anything about giant whales eating people.
I mean,
or anything about people having cats to keep giant whales away from them or something. I mean,
cats to keep giant whales. Give me a day move, which is it's just a move when you're doing something a little risky or something you're maybe afraid of something bad will happen. Tell me what you think bad might happen if you don't manage to successfully do this or successfully quietly do this where no one notices.
It's a really old book, right?
Yeah, it is.
Either I'll be caught, which would be bad, or I'll hurt it, which would also be bad. So those are the two things I can think of.
Yes. So, okay. It's the book is there's a piece of plexiglass over it, but you can sort of reach behind it and delicately flip to the next page. So give me a roll. Again, 2d6. Let's do that with, composure or reason. You can pick.
Same stat either way.
Okay.
Well, that's a 6 and a 5. So plus the 1, that's 12.
That's a 12. That's a real good roll. That is a real good roll. So you very gingerly, just very delicately. I mean, you're used to working with your cats, your animals, and sometimes they're hurt. Sometimes they're very small. You have to be very careful with them sometimes. I mean, sometimes they surprise you and you think they're doing something that's going to terribly injure them and they're totally fine. But sometimes you have to be delicate. So you go and reach this book and touch the pages like it's the tiniest feral kitten you have ever seen and that it needs help. And you're just carefully turning the page and you do it again and again. And Okay, what exactly were you looking for again? Give me.
Well, obviously the sarcastic thing about the cat, because it's just, cats
Yes.
are always going to be on my mind. But in all
Yeah.
sincerity, he showed us that picture of the whale with the human eye eating a person. And this
Mm-hmm.
book's it's like a real book from the
Yes.
time period. It's not a fake. So I'm just looking to see if there's anything about anything, like where the person draws a whale with a human feature, or draws a whale eating a person, or with a human eye, or anything that would tie into what we've already seen and heard. Maybe that boat, whose name unfortunately I didn't write down when I was writing down other things.
The
The
Deep
Deep Reaver.
Deep Reaver.
Yes.
So like, anything like related to that. I'm sorry, I've still got the whale shape-shifting thing in my head here. I'm still thinking it's whale werewolves.
It's
But that's where I'm going. I'm looking to see anything that correlates with any of the stuff we've already heard.
so you flip through this and you find some interesting things, but you don't. Lots more sort of eerie whale drawings, a number of other cats, and you think, this has been a waste of time. I mean, this is an interesting book, but look, I'm over here looking at pictures of cats, and maybe I should be doing something else. And then you turn one more page, and there's something shoved between the pages in this book. You carefully
Okay.
pull it out. It's not the same age of the book. It's not the age of the book at all. It's a modern envelope, totally empty. It's from the National Museum Commission, is its return address, and it's marked urgent.
But there's nothing in it. Just
There's nothing in it.
Who is it addressed to? Is it addressed to the museum? Is it addressed to a specific person?
It's addressed to the museum, not addressed to a specific person.
All right, I've got it now.
Yes, you do. And I'll say, as you walk away from this exhibit, did anyone go with Ludmilla? I'm going to
I'll
take
be
that
upfront.
silence as a no.
Ludmilla would have forgotten to say she was doing anything. She would have just gone, and people would have been like, "So, Ludmilla, okay."
Mm-hmm.
So, as you walk back to the rest of the potential suspects, you walk under that great whale skeleton. As you walk under it, you hear a creak. You were thinking earlier about it falling, and you look up. It hasn't fallen, but it's moved. The great skull seems like it has turned and like it's staring directly at you. The dark, empty eye sockets. It shifts, and then it stops. It's in a different position than it was before. But as you stare at it, you're like, no, was it always like this? Maybe it was always staring down like that. You shake your head. I'm kind of trying to shake this away, and you're not sure. You're not sure. Was it like this before? Did it? You couldn't have seen it move. That couldn't be. That's it.
Well, I'm Russian, so I am deeply suspicious of this whale now. I was suspicious of you before, whale, but now I am deeply.
Well, no whales. So, Louisa or Bordy, is there anything else you're doing right now? There are quite a few people still sort of milling about in the lobby, not sure what to do now.
I am curious about Moneybags.
Okay. Moneybags is Cornelius Absalom. And he is, he has this sort of watery smile. And you see he's in the lobby, talking to Catherine Burko, the curator.
I would like to just kind of get as close as I can to listen in, and we'll go from there.
So he's here with Catherine. Catherine's a little shaken up because, one, a pool of blood on the floor of the museum that she is curating, a historic harpoon covered in blood that is not historic blood. That's really not okay. So Cornelius is like, we're all right, everyone. It's really quite fine. Now, just take a deep breath, Dr. Burko. It's going to be fine. You were just earlier this evening telling me about your grandmother. Why don't we? And he's just very kind of trying to keep up this sort of small talk, like everything is normal, and this is definitely let's just have a little conversation here, just trying to keep things normal and non-murderous.
I think he's doing a little too casually. Are they heading anywhere in particular? Does he have anything on him that kind of stands out to me, like a pocket watch, a necklace,
Gigantic knife.
yeah, like something ritualistic?
Well, why don't you give me let's see, give me another day move, which is just a d6, 2d6, and add, well, you tell me exactly what you're trying to do to investigate, and we'll pick a stat based on that.
Don't forget
Are
about
you,
trying
like-
being Crown of the Void too, just in case.
Yes. Like, are you trying to talk to him and find something out? Or are you trying to just stare at him unobtrusively?
I'm trying to kind of like give him the old optical pat down and see if I
Okay.
can find any like smaller, again, like jewelry of any kind on him that looks like he's wearing, or anything that looks like it doesn't naturally belong in whatever like suit or outfit he's put together. Like, it's an additional accessory.
Mm-hmm. So give me a meddling move. That's just a d6 for searching for clues, conducting research, that kind of thing. So 2d6.
Or 2d6. Okay.
2. It's always 2d6.
Always 2. Well, that's a 4 and a 1 plus. What was the stat?
Reason.
Okay, so that's gonna be 6 total, which is, I think, still a failure.
So that is indeed a failure. You could, however, put on a crown and bump that up to a success if you wanted to. You will find on your character sheet there's a bunch of different crowns, and when you do put one on, well, if you do a Crown of the Void, and I know you're tempted to go straight into those Crowns of the Void, the Crowns of the Void have to be done in numerical order, top to bottom. The Crown of the Queen can be done any one you want. And also, if you check off all of the Crowns of the Void, you have become lost to the void. So it's like that's basically checking off all of the Crowns of the Void is your character is retired. So
I will use a Crown of the Void.
So why don't you read out what this first Crown of the Void does?
The first Crown of the Void. A shadow in the garden. Hereafter, during cozy vignettes focused on you or cozy move scenes involving you, you must also narrate how dark entities subtly reveal themselves in the scene. Okay,
so that's just you for the rest of this game. Which is that may not be that abnormal, really.
They gave me an easy one.
So yes, that's a success. You kind of very, very carefully try to subtly look at this guy and see if there's anything unusual. You look at him and you notice that actually you're looking down at his feet and you see just not on him, but behind him, there's a keychain that's kind of wedged under the chair he's standing in front of. That's like wedged under one of the the feet. That strikes you as a little unusual, though you weren't. Is it his? Is it someone else's? You don't know.
Okay. It's under the foot of the chair, or
so,
his...
It's under the foot of a chair that he's standing in front of. He does, however, notice you looking around while you're doing this because you had a success, but it's not like a top tier success. It's a success with a complication. He notices you kind of peering at him, and he's like, "Excuse me, I don't think we've met. Hello, madame. I am I'm Cornelius Absalom, and I have I suppose I am a patron of the museum."
Lovely to meet you, Cornell. My name is Bordy.
Well, lovely to meet you as well, Bordy. Do you come to the museum often? It is quite a collection, and he's looking every direction except the direction where the body is.
Yeah, there's a lot of bones here. Some fresher than others.
Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed. I he's a little flustered by this.
Sorry,
Catherine,
when you get to my age, you make jokes about bones. I just got old bones. And I'm kind of using this as an opportunity to move closer to the chair. Like I'm showing that up.
Okay. And Catherine, who was there, kind of having this sort of patronizing small talk with him, is kind of hiding a little smile behind her hands as she watches you just kind of roll over this guy like this.
But yeah, I will move closer. And speaking of old bones, I could use a seat. Do you mind moving aside there so I can?
I am
down?
so sorry. And he does, and he moves away and sort of gently pushes Catherine away as well, which is like, did you have to push to be, that kind of thing.
Okay, yeah, that kind of guy.
Of course, and he like pulls the seat forward a little, which dislodges the keychain that was under it. And here you go, my lady, have a seat.
Thank you so much. This is so much more comfortable.
Is he reaching down for the keychain?
No, he's not.
Because if he's not, I kind of want to put my foot down so it's if anyone did try to take it, they would have to pull it like around my shoulder.
That is no problem. You can do that without any single rolls.
Hooray! Okay. That kind of puts me in a good position for now.
Okay. So he'll continue there trying to make small talk with you and with Catherine and with anyone who comes by because it's totally normal day. Let's just be aggressively normal. What is everyone else doing right now, though?
Well, I was going to go and see if Catherine is doing all right, but looks like that's covered. So I'm going to make sure that the sheriff knows which display that harpoon came from.
The deputy?
Okay.
Deputy, sorry.
Yes, it is. She is the deputy. Yes, indeed. So you go and talk to Sam, who is examining the body and has been examining the room, taking notes in her notepad. When you walk in, she is on her cell phone, and you hear, "Yes, Sheriff, I'm looking. No, I haven't found anything yet. No, Sheriff, please. Yes. Okay. We'll talk when I'm done. Bye."
I take it he's not having a great night either?
No. A suspicious death requires a notable amount of paperwork, which he does not enjoy filling out. So he was hoping we could rate this off as a tragic accident, which I do not think is the case. She's staring pointedly at the harpoon sticking out of this guy.
I tend to agree, especially since that harpoon came from a completely different room.
Really? It did look like an old harpoon, so it was part of the exhibit. Someone took it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Missing one over there. I can show you.
Okay, so she'll follow you as you demonstrate where the harpoon came from. Do you want to give me a meddling move to see if you notice anything else while you are showing her around?
And what are we adding to this?
Let's see, D6 or 2d6 plus reason.
6 plus 2 plus 2 is 10.
Okay, a 10 is a success. As you are walking over there, you notice there's an odd indent in the carpet that's only a few feet away in the body. You weren't really looking for anything, but as you walk towards this other room, you notice you're not sure, just the pattern in the carpet is like disrupted, like something very hard has pressed against it, or you're not sure.
Was there a display there earlier?
So the displays do not appear to be moved. Mitch, out of character, did you tell everyone else about this this display that you had found jimmied in the corner of the room of the exhibit? Because you found the display case had been opened where that scrimshaw that you'd noticed earlier was.
I don't think I actually had a chance to tell anyone about that because I went straight from that to trying to get it from the body.
That's fine. So you do not think any of the displays have been moved. But yes, there is one in the corner that was opened, but it's kind of subtle. This is not over where that one was.
What shape is the depression or the mark?
It's kind of circular. You could see where it might have been, like the leg of something. I mean, it really does remind you of something like if it had been a cabinet or something, it had been sitting there and left an indent. Maybe someone walking, but you don't. It's odd, but it stands out to you as unusual.
All right. Well, I will have to file it away.
Sorry, who's going?
Yeah. So no one appears to be jumping forward. I will say, while y'all are sort of looking around inside, you do hear some shouting from outside, from out at the front door.
I'll go look at that.
And here you see there are a couple of other beat cops out here just trying to make sure no one leaves. They've blocked off the entrance with police tape. There's a young man. His hair is mussed. He's wearing a neat suit that doesn't seem to fit him very well. And he's arguing with the police out here.
Is he trying to get out of the building, or is he trying to get into the building?
He's trying to get out. Like they're out in front of the building and they don't want him to leave yet. No, look, it's late and a guy I knew is dead and I want to go home and have a cup of tea and scream or something. If you could just let me leave.
Young man. And I wait for him to respond to me.
I mean, he's really kind of getting up and going, and it takes a moment for it to click in that someone has spoken to him. And he turns and looks at you. What?
Were you raised in a barn? A man is dead.
I know!
Someone else killed him, and you are screaming to be let out as if you do not understand the situation?
It is exactly because I understand the situation that I want to go home and not...
Be a suspect? Right now you are. Do you understand that? That you are making yourself a suspect with this? People are all seeing this. Everyone can see you demanding that the police let you go while the rest of us have to stay here, like you think you're somehow special about it. Do you not read? Do you not understand how this looks? Like, look at everyone else here. Look at everyone else here. Are they coming up to yell at the policeman? Do you think the policemen want to be here? Like that this is their idea of a good time? You need to calm yourself. If you wish to leave, of course you do. We would all like to leave. I certainly don't want to be here with underneath the giant whale statue, skeleton thing. I don't want to be here for that.
Exactly. This place is creepy and all of the bones and...
We can't just leave just because we don't like it. There is a dead man, and we must find out what happened.
I would rather not think about being a dead man here is the whole point.
Well, then go sit in a chair somewhere and not think about it. But if you keep doing this, they are going to target you. Because what else would they do? You're acting suspicious. Calm yourself.
Give me a meddling rule with presence to kind of convince this guy.
Not my forte, but
well, you never know. The dice will tell the story for you.
Yeah, that's a 10.
A 10 is a success. And he just rubs his hand over his face, just over his eyes. It's, you're right. It doesn't help to yell at anyone. And he turns to the officers. I'm sorry. It's a stressful evening and...
Come sit down. There's a table over here. Come. That's not very far. I don't go very far. I just lean to the closest.
Yeah. Well, there's not a whole lot of, it's not a huge room right here up at the doors where he is.
Like I'll lead him back into the main part.
Yeah. He just sort of slumps down in a chair, just kind of collapsing there.
You knew Edgar?
Yes, I knew Edgar.
I'm sorry.
Edgar.
Your name is what?
I'm Krish Chadha. And Edgar and I were dating for a while.
I like to sit myself down kind of across from him, not directly next to him. Do you want a peppermint?
Do you think that would help?
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
Okay.
I hand him
Well,
a peppermint.
and he takes it and unwraps the little plastic wrapping and puts it in his mouth.
Just
Okay.
did
That
you?
definitely didn't hurt.
When was the last time you saw Edgar before? Of course, what the unpleasantness? Did you see him today? Did you speak to him at all? Did he say anything to you that you think might be important?
I came here because I was hoping to speak to him, but he's been busy all night. He's always taken his studies and his work very seriously, and I didn't have time to speak to him. He's oh God.
Tell me what you can of him. Just tell me, it might help you. Just talk about what he was doing, what his work was, why you were, why he was being difficult to speak to, anything that you think would make you feel a little bit better.
So he does. He starts talking about Edgar and his, Edgar was charming. Edgar was just so enthusiastic about the things that he liked. He made, Krish is not actually very interested in whaling or the study of old bones, but Edgar could bring these old stories to life, and he was fascinating to spend time with him. And but Edgar went off to school to study and left Krish behind. But Krish was hoping Edgar's back in town. Maybe they could talk. Maybe they could do something, because it's all hopes and dreams. But I am going to say that this conversation is where we're going to cut to another ostensible commercial break and call this the end of our episode. Hopefully, when we come back, we can figure out this mystery.
Blizzard Watch is made possible due to the generous contributions at patreon.com/blizzardwatch. Your continued support means that this podcast signing community is able to thrive and grow. Blizzard Watch supporters enjoy exclusive benefits like early access to our podcast, a better chance of having your question answered on our podcast or the queue, and an ads-free site experience. With that, folks, we'll see you next time.